Hey, good morning, folks. This video is really not directed, is really not, how do I want to say this, for Facebook friends and family. It's more for our leadership in Congress, our senators, our congressmen, so on and so forth, right up the chain. Okay. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a retired veteran of this United States. I served 20 plus years in the United States Navy. I'm disabled, but I don't let it slow me down a bit. I do what I do, and that's just the way it is. But what's got me bothered is I've been watching these confirmation hearings with Senator Sessions about Senator Sessions becoming secretary or the Attorney General, and I'm very, very upset with what I'm seeing. Now, Senator Sessions has been around a long time. He was a lawyer before he got into politics. He was Attorney General, I believe, of Georgia or Alabama, one of them places. I don't remember where he's from. I know he's from the South. And he did an excellent job, and most everybody knows that. Something that happened with him 30 years ago, I'm sorry, that's 30 years ago. People change in 30 years. You can't sit there and tell me they don't. Because if you believe that, you guys have been living under a frickin' rock. I'm sorry. I'm tired of watching Democrats try and tear down a man's reputation because of something that happened 30 years ago. There's a little thing in this country that we have in our law system, and it applies to 99% of the laws. It's called statute of limitations. Now, if he did something wrong 30 years ago, then you needed to have done something about it then. Not now. Not now. Too little, too late. So sit there and shut up. I listened to a guy who thinks he's a politician, but in my opinion, he's nothing more than a failed comic, at which he was before he became a politician, and that's Al Franken. And his last name fits him perfectly because he looks like the Frankenstein monster. That man is butt ugly. And he's dumber than a stump. I've seen stumps with more common sense than this man's got. I'm sorry, I'm hitting it like it is. You've got John Lewis, Democrat. He's nothing but a spoiled little brat that's older than I am, been around in Congress too damn long. It's time for him to shut up and move on, go home, go get in your retirement home, sit in your rocking chair and watch TV and shut up, because I'm tired of hearing you. Pelosi, Warren, all the rest of these blithering crybaby, mamby-pamby, can't understand you lost the damn election. Let's blame it on the Russians' attitude. That's all bullshit. It's been proven bullshit time after time after time after time. Now we've got CIA that doesn't want to work with Trump, and God, get a grip on reality, people. You work for us, every goddamn one of you in the United States government work for the taxpayers of this country. We did not vote Hillary in. I mean, think about it. That woman has the personality of a steak. Her campaign was nothing but boring. She couldn't even fill up a stadium. when she had her rallies in different places. 200-300 people. Sometimes not even that. She was lucky if she got 25 or 30 people to show up for her rallies. It got so bad that we could see where they green screened a lot of this stuff and made it look like she had tons and tons of people. And it was in a film studio. We're not stupid. The American people are not as stupid as you think they are. Now, I don't care whether you're Democrat. I don't give a damn whether you're Republican. You all swore the same oath. The same exact oath. To defend and uphold the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So you better take a look at yourselves in the mirrors, because some of you guys are domestic enemies. I don't care if you're Republican. Ryan, I trust that. And he's the House Speaker, and he's a Republican. I trust him about as far as I can pick his stupid lanky ass up and throw it. And that ain't going to be very far, because I probably couldn't pick his lanky ass up. So, the rest of you idiots better square it away, because the American people is not going to put up with it anymore. And all you guys out there wanting to have a riot and shit and shut down the inauguration because of your ignorance, your poor losership, because you didn't learn how to lose when you were kids growing up. You're listening to people like Al Sharpton that has not paid taxes. He's a criminal. Nobody should be listening to him. You're listening to people like Jesse Jackson, who is no more a preacher or a reverend than I could fly. That man is a scam artist. Sharpton is a scam artist. All them so-called leaders are nothing but scam artists. They're filling their pockets with the money of the poor, ignorant black people that want to listen to them, and the poor, ignorant white people that want to listen to them. I'm tired of it. You guys think you're going to take over this country with your globalism and your socialism. Well, guess what? There's a whole bunch of us old people out here, old boys out here, and veterans, especially us veterans, that ain't going to let it happen. Because we swore an oath when we went in to the military. And you know what? That oath was we were never told that oath did not apply to us after we got out. So as far as we're all concerned, we still will defend this country and its Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I was never relieved of that oath. None of us were. So we will defend it. And most of us have guns. And you know what? We all know how to use them. And we're all probably pretty damn good with them. So don't be playing your silly little games. It's time for you guys in Washington, D.C. to shut up, grow up, and act like what you are. Employees. Do what's right for this country, by this country, for the people. We don't give a damn about your political ambitions, your political aspirations. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You're there to do a job. You're an employee. You can be fired and replaced. And I'm going to do everything in my power while Trump is in office to get the rules on firing your dumb asses changed. To make it simple for the states to remove you and put somebody else in office. I'm going to make it everything in my power to where all it takes is a very small percentage of people to sign a petition and you're gone. And you're gone. We're done with this bullshit. The American people have had enough. Your failed policies that you let Obama push through with the stroke of his pen because he's the president is not going to fly anymore. We do not give a shit. You have to learn to read your own goddamn directions and instructions and laws and understand them. If you can't, then a silly old fool like me that has just got a high school education can read this stuff and understand it, and you can't, that says something. You guys, there's something that I go by. And education does not make you smart. Common sense does. And the biggest share of you sitting there in Washington, D.C. drawing these six-figure goddamn salaries, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. You know who deserves a six-figure salary? It's that guy sitting over there in the trenches in Iraq and Afghanistan, being shot at, ducking bullets, looking out for landmines and IEDs all the time, praying to God he gets to come home to his family, be it his wife and children or his mom and dad, praying that he gets to come home when his tour is up and see his family. They need the six-figure income. You guys don't do enough to deserve a six-figure income. I look at it this way. If you guys got paid $45,000, $50,000 a year in office, that's more than enough. More than enough. I'm retired. I live on $12,000 a year, but yet I get by. $12,000 a year. And you're sitting up there with $174,000, $200,000 a year, and you're complaining you don't get paid enough? Bullshit. Quit living the champagne life. Quit buying shit you don't need. 5, 6 houses? You can only live in one at a time. Why the hell do you got that many houses? Why don't you take some of them houses and give them to homeless vets to live in? You pay their taxes. If you want that much money, you pay their property taxes and let a homeless vet live there. Give them that house. Take care of your wounded warriors. No, you guys won't do that. You won't do that. You're going to continue to screw the vets over, screw the American people over, any way you can. Well, guess what? We're tired of it. We're done. You had better get your shit together and start working together. Throw your political views, your party views out the window, because nobody gives a shit about what party you're with anymore. I don't. I never have. You're there to do a job. Nobody cares whether it's Democrats or Republicans that submit a bill. If it's a good bill, vote on it. Vote it through. If it's a bad bill, don't vote it through. And it's enough with this, some guy develops a bill and then he passes it on and somebody puts a rider on it and another rider and another rider. By all these other people that look at these bills and they put all these riders on them. Wrong. That's not the way it works. You're not sneaking shit in on us American people anymore. We're done with it. You get one bill, one law. You don't bring a bill through with 15 or 20 damn riders on it and try and sneak it through and get some sneaky little law put in to take advantage of a loophole. Well, guess what? That's not going to happen anymore. We're done with it. The American people have spoken in November. We spoke loud and clear. We're done with the bullshit. You lobbyists better go find a new line of goddamn work, because your days in Washington, D.C. are done. Special interests, oil companies, EPA lobbyists, whatever, you special interest people, you're done. You're through, you're finished. The American people are done with you. Those people working in Washington, D.C. work for us. They do not work for you. We are the majority. And for too long we've been silent. Well, not guess what? Now our voices are going to be heard and we're done playing. If you don't like how the game's being played now, well then you better pack your shit, turn in your letter of resignation and get the hell out of Dodge, because we don't need you, we don't want you. We put another one in there to look just like you. So we don't care. We're done. So shut the hell up. Do your damn jobs. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're Democrat. It's time for you to become Americans and look out for America first. Screw everybody else. America comes first. The rest of you fools better wake up and smell the goddamn coffee, because I, for one, am going to be keeping a close watch on what's going on. And I see any senator, congressman, doing shit that they shouldn't be doing. Guess what? I'm going to do my best to get that fool out of office, whether he's from my state or what state. I'm going to do what I can to get his ass out of office. I'm going to keep the American people awake and informed. And Donald Trump is too. He's not going to be afraid to sit up there and make a tweet or get on TV and let the American people know. And he's going to name names. He's this senator or this congressman, yada yada, is doing this, trying to do that, and is taking money from this group to do this with because of a special favor. He's going to let people know. And the American people are going to say, oh, hell no. No, 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 that's not going to happen. You guys signed an oath. You took an oath. You signed confidentiality. You signed papers saying that you would defend the rights of every American person, and you have not been doing so. Well, guess what? Your time of playing little games is up. We are going to get our term limits on you assholes. You get 2 terms and bye, see ya, you're out of here. We'll put fresh blood in. You know what? That's going to cut down on a lot of the corruption. You want to know why? Because you ain't going to be in office long enough to get all buddy-buddy and chummy-chummy with these special interests who are going bye-bye, these lobbyists who are going bye-bye. You're not going to be able to get chummy with them because you're going to be watched like a hawk. The American people, the silent majority, is no longer silent. We are no longer sitting by with our eyes closed, letting things go. We're done with it. You guys, for 8 years, ran roughshod over the American people, did nothing to stop the president from his stupid ass agenda, did nothing to look into shit he was doing. Well, guess what? You say you're going to be watching Trump like a hawk? Well, guess what? It works both ways. We're watching both of you guys, Democrats and Republicans. The American people have had enough. Wake up, smell the coffee, and be prepared for a rough goddamn next 4 years, because we're not playing anymore. Actually, be ready for a rough next very, very few years, because we're done. Or next 20, 30 years, because American people are done. We're going to get this country back on track and make it the shining beacon that it once used to be. Not the laughing stock of the world like it is now. Thanks to 8 years of a complete blithering idiot. Did anybody stop to think why? Has anybody even looked into it? No, you don't want to look into it because you're scared of what you'll find. That you let a fraudster commit fraud against the United States of America, and you stood by and did nothing to stop it. You let it happen. We're done. So, ladies and gentlemen of Congress and the Senate, watch how you walk. You better tread lightly, and you better be doing the right thing. Because if you're not doing the right thing, you're not going to be there. We're going to get you out. By hook or by crook, we're going to get you out, and we'll put somebody else in there that will do the job for the American people. Your days of running roughshod and doing whatever the hell you feel like doing in the name of for your constituency or for the American people is wrong. And your days of telling the American people we don't know what we need are done. The American people are a hell of a lot smarter than you think they are. Just because you got a PhD or an MA, a master's, or some kind of or a BS after your bachelor's degree after your name doesn't mean a damn thing if you ain't got an ounce of common sense. Like I said before, an education does not make one smart. Common sense does. And you guys have lost all common sense if you think the American people are just going to roll over again and let you continue on with business as usual. You're very sadly mistaken. I'm old and I'm mad, and you don't want to piss off old people because we know how to get the job done and we know how to take care of problems. So wake up, smell the coffee. We're done with your dumb asses. That's all I got to say. Have a good day. Take care. God bless.